Yo, Code Pilots! Welcome back to Python from Zero to Hero, Episode 11. We've mastered variables, conditionals, loops, lists, tuples, dictionaries, functions, modules, file handling, and error handling, and now it's time for our first big project, a number guessing game. This game will test your skills with loops, conditionals, and random numbers. We'll build it step by step, add features, and make it fun. So grab your hat, hit that like button if you're ready, and let's dive into coding. Let's start with the idea. The game picks a random number between 1 and 100, and you guess it. It tells you if you're too high or too low. We begin by bringing in a tool to generate that number. Think of it as a magic box for random choices. Then, we set up a secret number that the game keeps hidden, using that tool to pick something between 1 and 100. We also start a counter to track how many guesses you make. The heart of the game is a loop that keeps going until you win, asking you to enter a number each time. Inside, it checks if your guess matches the secret number, and if it does, it celebrates your win and stops. If not, it lets you know if you're too low or too high, giving you a hint to try again. Give it a go by guessing a few times to feel how it guides you toward the answer. Now let's add a challenge. Let's limit it to 10 guesses. We start by setting a maximum number of tries to keep things interesting. The loop changes so it only runs as long as you're under that limit, making each guess count. Every time you guess, the counter goes up, tracking your attempts. The win check stays the same, stopping the game when you get it right. But now, if you hit the maximum tries, it tells you the game's over and reveals the secret number. Try guessing wrong 10 times to see how it wraps up, adding that extra layer of excitement. Let's make it smarter by tracking the range of your guesses. We set a starting low point at 1 and a high point at 100 to frame the game. When you enter a guess, the prompt now shows that range to help you focus. If your guess is too low, the game updates the lowest possible number to just above your guess, narrowing the field. If it's too high, it adjusts the highest number to just below your guess, closing in on the target. This makes each try more strategic. Test it out by guessing 50, then 25 when it says too low, and 75 when it says too high, watching how the range tightens up. Let's keep the fun going by making it replayable. We set up a condition to ask if you want to play again at the start. A bigger loop wraps the whole game, running as long as you say yes, giving you a fresh start each time. Inside, we reset the secret number to a new random pick, clear the guess counter, and refresh the limits and range. After you win or lose, it asks if you want another round. Try winning, then type yes to play again, and enjoy the endless fun this adds to the game. Let's reward your skill with a score system. When you guess correctly, the game calculates a score based on how fast you got it, starting with a big number and subtracting points for each guess. If that score dips below 0, it caps at 0 to keep it fair. Then, it shares your score with a win message to celebrate. Give it a shot with 5 guesses to see a decent score, and try 10 guesses to see it hit 0. Showing how speed pays off. Let's save your best moment by storing the high score in a file. We bring in a tool to check if a file exists, ensuring we can read or create it. If there's an old high score, it loads that number. If not, it starts at 0. After calculating your new score, it compares it to the high score. If you beat it, the game saves your new record to the file and announces your triumph. Otherwise, it reminds you of the current high. Test this by setting a high score, beating it, and checking the file to see your name in lights. Let's give you a helping hand with a hint system. We set a limit of 3 hints to keep it balanced. Inside the guessing loop, it asks if you want a hint before each try. If you say yes, it figures out the midpoint of the current range and suggests a number around there, then reduces your hint count. This gives you a clue without giving it all away. Try saying yes a few times to use your hints and see how they guide you closer. Let's spice it up with different difficulty levels. At the beginning, it asks you to pick a level, letting you choose how hard you want it. Depending on your choice, it sets a different number of guesses and a range for the secret number. Easy with more tries and a smaller range, medium as a balance, and hard with fewer tries and a bigger range. The game then picks a new secret number based on that level. Test each level to feel the shift in challenge, from easy to hard. Let's add some pressure with a timer. We bring in a time tool to track how long you take. The guessing loop now checks not just your guesses, but also if you're within a 60-second limit. If time runs out, it stops the game and reveals the number. Try guessing quickly within the time, or let it expire to see the cutoff in action, adding that rush to beat the clock. Let's make it welcoming with an intro screen. The game starts by printing a title to set the mood, then shows the range you're working with. It also displays how many guesses and seconds you get and mentions the hint option to prep you. Run it to see this friendly start, making the game feel more like a polished experience. Let's make sure it's solid by testing and fixing. Try entering something like 0 or letters to see if it handles bad input gracefully. Check what happens after the time runs out or when you use all your hints. We add a safety net to catch invalid numbers and keep the game going. Test these edge cases to ensure everything runs smoothly without crashing. Let's wrap up with some tips. Test every level and feature to catch any quirks. Save your high scores regularly to avoid losing them. You could even add sounds or graphics later with extra tools. This game has room to grow. Think multiplayer modes or leaderboards. Keep practicing, and you'll be on your way to becoming a game development star. That's a wrap for episode 11, Code Pilots. You've built an epic number guessing game. Next time, we'll create a to-do list manager. If you loved this, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. We're just getting started. Drop a comment if you've got questions, and I'll see you in episode 12. Keep soaring, Code Pilots.